Hello and welcome to this video about long multiplication and division review. I wanted to make this video to help you with some multi-digit multiplication and division problems. So just in case you needed the review. Now let's take a look at multiplication. So with multiplication, it's all about taking it one digit at a time. So I'm going to do all my work for this 4-digit in yellow, and then we'll do all the work for the 1-digit in red. So let's start off with 4. We're just going to take this 4 and we're going to multiply it by the 2, the 6, and the 3. And when we do that, we'll get 8, 4, carry a 2, and then we'll have 12, 1, 4, 4, 8. Now the thing I've noticed some students make a mistake of in the past is not putting a 0 here. So now that we're dealing in the tens place, we have to have at least 1 0 in the ones place when we're doing our work. And then we just go and repeat the same process. So 1 times the 2 times the 6 times the 3. And fortunately, this one's easy enough in that it's just 2, 6, and 3. And the other thing that's crucial here that some students make a mistake on is making sure everything is lined up. So notice how we have some nice straight lines going on right here. And that's going to allow me to add them together. And so that's the final step, is to add these together. And we'll get 8, 6, 0, carry the 1, 3 plus 1 is 4, plus that other one is 5. And so that's one example of doing multi-digit multiplication. Let's take a look at another one. This time, I'll do my work in green and red. We'll make it Christmas themed. All right, so 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 0, 10. I'll have to carry a 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus that 1 is 3. And now, for the 3, I have to remember to automatically put a 0 here before I do anything else. And that 0 helps us line up the digits. And now, 3 times 4 is going to be 12, so I'll have to carry a 1 there. 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1, 6, put a 1 here. 3 times 1 is 1, carry the 1 is 4. And again, I want my digits to form nice straight lines so I can add them up together really nicely. So 8 plus 0 is 8, 2 plus 0 is 2, 3 plus 6 is 9, and then 4 is just 4. And that's how we do some multi-digit multiplication. If you need to, you can re-watch this and kind of follow along. Now let's take a look at division. Long division, I'll be honest, is very tedious, meaning it's a lot of work. So the first thing we have to do is write this in long division form. So what I'm going to do is take the 22, I'm going to put it outside of my fraction bar, or not my fraction bar, but my division bar, and take the 264 and I'm going to put that inside the division bar, 264. Now, what I have to do is look at this first number, and I have to look at this number here, or maybe these numbers here. And I have to essentially guess. I have to think, how many times does 22 go into 26? Well, fortunately, if I just extend and I look at this, 22 goes into 26 one time. Easy enough. Now I take my 1, multiply it by 22 to get 22, and I do some subtraction. I'll get a 4 right there when I do the subtraction, and then I bring down this 4, and I have 44. And I'm asking the same question. 22 goes into 44 how many times? I'll try 2. And when I do that, I get 44 when I multiply my 2 by 22. And I end up with 0 when I do my subtraction, and this means I'm done. So a 0 there and no more numbers there means that you're done, and the answer is 12. Let's do one more example. Let's look at 252 divided by 14. First, I want to get this set up for long division. So I'll have 14 outside the division bar, and then I'll have 252 in it. So I'm going to take a look at these two numbers and these two numbers and think, how many times does 14 go into 25? Well, 14 times 2 is 28, so it's not twice, it's only once. And then I'm going to multiply this together. So 1 times 14 is 14. I'm now subtracting 14 from 25, and that's going to give me 11. Now, here, just want to point out something. If this number is ever greater than that number, you can change this number. That means you haven't picked a large enough number. So that's basically what it boils down to. But 11 is less than 14, so that's good. It's close, but it's good. Now I bring down my 2, and I have to ask myself, how many times does 14 go into 112? Well, what I'm also going to do is maybe look at this 4 and think, what can I multiply 4 by that ends with 2? And I'm thinking 8, because 8 times 4 is 32. And so I'll take this 8, times it by 14, so I'll get the 2 I want there. 8 times 1 is 8, but I have to carry a 3, and 8 plus 3 is 11, and conveniently, that leaves me with 0, and my final answer is 18. So hopefully this has been a helpful review. If you have any questions, please let me know.